doing? Browsing illicit websites on your phone?
Actually, no. I'm looking at something. I wanted to make fun of something, but I can't find it. So, but yeah, that's a shame, man. I had a good joke, but I needed a little bit more facts for it.
We're a little bit late to the stream today. We popped in at the last minute, and then apparently I was having some audio issues, so we were working on troubleshooting that. Look how much bigger my head is than yours. You got like a little itty bitty head. Can you bring that camera closer to you or no? Should I push my camera away?
I can. Hold on. Let me zoom here.
Okay. You look so little. You look like a little.
Oh, do you know what? It zooms on the camera, but it doesn't zoom on the... Right. So I am disclaimer. I'm trying this new thing, which is I'm using my actual camera plugged into my computer. Yeah, it did zoom in a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, instead of my computer camera that we usually use. But it's still...
You look like you're leaning back. Are you leaning back?
I am leaning back. Eric's got a massive head.
Gotta fix it.
Okay, do you want me to be here?
Yeah, sit up tall.
It's just my chair just leans back so nicely.
You got some people who got the black sails already?
Yeah. I want to show you something in a minute, but let me just fix my chair. Oh, God, I can't do it. I don't remember how to do it.
You need a degree on how to work your chair.
You know what? The other day I did it, and then I was like trying to do it again, and I couldn't do it. Just stay there, man.
Nah, yeah. I mean, that's going to be the worst thing, to sit there for an hour without a backrest.
How was it? It's like up and in or out. It's not doing it. This is the
usually push it. You lean forward and then you push it in, and that kind of locks it in. Godfather 150. What do you think of the fragrance? You said it was great, but is this your first time getting it, or did you get the first version of it? I'd be curious to hear what your in-depth thoughts are on the fragrance. Oh, DDR Punk got his, but he's not at home to smell it. So,
well, you should have said, "Can't wait to get home to smell it."
So, Godfather had version 1. How do you think version 1 compares to version 2? That's what I'm kind of most excited and interested to hear people's take on it.
Well,
have you gotten the number 2 yet, or you just have the version 1, Carlos?
Yeah, I'm disappointed. I got my trimmer way before everyone else. However, I only got this black sails. Oh, I can't even. Hold on.
That's black on black, man.
That's very black. Anyway, this is Black Sails version 1. I found it actually in one of my boxes of stuff when I record stuff for Beardbrand, and it was right at the bottom. So yeah, it's intact. This is pure gold. If anyone ever wants to buy it, hit me out.
Yeah,
I'll start an auction.
Carlos is going to raid his closet of all the OG fragrances we've had around.
Dude, I found some stuff, I'm telling you. Combs, like, wow. I got some cool Beardbrand memorabilia.
Yeah, Trevor mentioned how it doesn't have that same seaweed punch that number 2 has versus number 1. Number 1 had like some good proper briny salt marsh kind of notes to hit you early on, and we took those out. Those tended to be a little more on the kind of love it or hate it. So it was removing that was one of the changes that we made in version 2. But what do we got to talk about today? Today, it seems like there was some big news that went on yesterday and today. A lot of people have emotions that are high. And I kind of wanted, I thought now would be a good, appropriate time to talk about how we can connect with other individuals who might see the world differently than us. You know, for instance, my wife and I, we do not agree on politics, and we'll have fights every once in a while. Probably, I say about once a year, but this year it seemed like it was maybe 2 or 3 times a year. But we keep it to pretty mild. Carlos, I think, also is a similar situation to me.
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing. I'm laughing really hard because, yeah, we have a very different opinion on things. But yes.
But for those who are new to the stream, which may be some of y'all, may not be some of y'all, we get started with a little nice intro, which we just did. And then we get into the viral videos. Ooh, get that light changing.
I'm just trying to figure out which one is best right
Not
now.
the blue one. Not the blue one. The blue one's terrible.
Definitely not. But I don't want that. Okay.
I think that one.
Slightly better. Right, yeah.
It is. It is. It's not the best light. It's a little kind of like needs to be softer and probably more forward facing.
Do you want me to tell you the truth? What happened is this. So the light that I had for the last stream was my wife's. The computer I used was my wife's. And I've been banned from using her stuff. So I just ordered some new stuff, obviously, and it's not quite right. So I need to return it after I used it tonight and then order the right stuff.
Yeah. Y'all may notice I got like a little more decorations. I'm sprucing it up a little bit here. So that's my my favorite poster. It says haters gonna hate in there. But anyways, let's get on with the viral videos. Let's get it going. What do we got here? Okay, this is a classic. Hopefully you guys have seen this before.
All just get along
at the Red House Furniture.
We can.
At the Red House.
I'm Richard, aka Big Head. I work at the Red House and I'm black.
At the Red
I like pumping iron and pumping furniture into people's homes.
I'm Johnny, aka 10 Gauge. I work at the Red House and I'm white. I like deer hunting, bass fishing, and extending credit to all people.
At the Red House.
I'm black and I love the Red House. I'm white and I love the Red House.
I'm a black woman and I love the Red House.
I am white and the Red House is for me.
At the Red House.
Look at the sofa. It's perfect for a black person or a white person.
This mattress is perfect for a white person or a black person.
At the Red House.
All right, how much more of this have we got?
I know, but I think
Okay. You get the
And
idea.
Hispanic people too.
Yeah.
And all people.
I think that might have been like Rhett and Link's like first video that really popped, or one of the first. Obviously, that's like 15 years old, and I mean it's got 8 million views, which is a lot of views, but
Collaboration
also
is key for team success. With
Also not a lot of views for 15 years.
yeah. So I wonder how many of you guys. Let us know in the chat. Like, have you all seen that video before? But I don't know. Like,
video.
do what?
I had never seen that video for the record.
Oh, you haven't?
No, never. It was fun, and I can see the logic behind it. Multicultural, like trying to sell the furniture for everyone else. I can see the marketing strategy there from 15 years ago.
But I mean, like it was intentionally done, like awkward. Like you could tell, like this handshake, he just was like that. So it was like an intentionally awkward commercial around a somewhat taboo topic. And like that's kind of, I don't know. I don't know if I'll call it like unity porn or whatever. Just like this idea of just different kinds of people getting along and having a good time and looking beyond their differences. I really enjoy that kind of content. So I seem to get a lot of that.
I mean, it was fun. I just dragged a little bit too long for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But
Charlie says nominate it for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
All right, number 2. What were you saying before I was talking over you?
Don't remember.
Oh, okay. It's just too long for you.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, just a little bit, dragged a little bit too long. I had never seen it before, but at first when I started watching, I started getting the gist of it. I was like, oh, this is cool. But then it just went.
That's 15 years ago, man. We used to have longer attention spans. What do we got? 2? Marks. What we got here? Foreign friend groups be like.
I'm starving.
I'm starving.
What do you
bro.
feel?
I'm thinking, all right, you know what? Let's get chicken biryani.
Chicken biryani. We got something better. Steppin'. Got it. Oh my God.
Okay, what do you want then?
Okay, I want some mochia, bro. It's fire.
Mochea?
Mochia.
Mochea?
It's better than.
Hey, you want some?
It's better than freaking. It's better than tandoori chicken.
See, bro.
What?
Why you guys talk like that, bro?
Why is this better? How are you, Beta?
Namaste, beta. How are you?
Oh my God.
How's your 7-Eleven going?
Doing very good, actually.
I don't get any of this. I think I'm out.
Congratulations on your place.
I appreciate you.
Did you get it?
But hey, does any of these buildings ever just make you want to like fly planes?
Oh, really? How about that laptop right here? Does this laptop make you
So
just want to like scam someone? You feel like scamming someone?
Would you ever feel like being a terrorist?
I mean, they can make these jokes because of their obviously where they're from and stuff. I mean, they sound American to me, however, their heritage. But yeah, so one was Indian, another one was Arab, blah blah blah, and Arab speaks like, and the Indian speaks like, so they were like making those fun jokes about each other's accents and obviously the types of foods.
My two of my groomsmen. I had 3 groomsmen in my wedding. One was of Chinese descent, and one was of Japanese descent, and then the other was my brother. So he's of Polish and German descent.
Dutch.
No, not Dutch.
I'm joking.
And there was a lot of inappropriate racist things that were said in between us. So
you were at my wedding. I don't know how much you understood, but yes.
I mean, were all your groomsmen were Portuguese though, right?
Yeah, my 2 brothers and my best friend. Yeah. They're all Portuguese.
So then, if you guys are all racist together, then you're just being a racist. But
yeah, but we have a joke about my best friend because he's from south of Portugal. So really quickly, Portuguese history, we fought the Moroccan people, like, country, blah, 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 back in...
The Moorish wars, right? Or...
Yes, that's a Moorish. That's the English word. I couldn't remember the English word. And my best friend looks like he's Moorish. So we joke about that a lot. You get the gist, right?
Yeah.
There was a lot of those jokes going on around.
Yeah. American culture, we don't understand those jokes as well. The history behind it. But I think, like you can't avoid it. I think it's a universal thing. Like it's It's,
I mean, and a joke is a joke.
yeah,
In
my
opinion.
Americans can tend to get a little overly sensitive, I think, like towards certain dynamics. But
I don't think it's just Americans, man. Here is
Yeah.
the same. In this
Yeah.
country is the same. I don't know. I think it's the world we live in today, but I don't know. I actually think America is quite open right now. I watch a lot of American comedy right now, and the jokes are pretty spicy in all
yeah,
races.
I mean, yeah, like there's a bit of little bit of loosening up the cuffs, so to say, on what is, kind of okay to joke about. So, which I think is nice. I'm a big kind of free speech guy, but
Yeah, a joke is a joke. Beliefs is what we're talking about today. A joke is a joke. For me, is end of. There's no discussion. It's a joke.
I can understand. Like I can understand how jokes can be challenging if you've personally gone through those things. Like if you've got AIDS and then you hear an AIDS joke, you're probably not laughing about it.
I don't know, man. I don't know because I have had jokes made about myself and I laughed about it. It's
The ones I've like I don't want any jokes, off limits or whatever, but I personally probably won't enjoy certain ones. Like dead baby jokes are not my cup of tea.
Well, you just choose not to go to someone that does that type of stuff,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but I don't want to stop him from saying it.
Yeah,
like if that's their style humor, real dark humor.
I don't think there's any joke that offends me. I don't think.
Yeah, we could find one. We'll work on it.
Okay. Okay. That's a good challenge.
I got punched by one of my friends in Spokane when I was joking around. So I misread the room and he punched me.
I have not been punched yet, but I have offended people, and we do not talk anymore.
Maybe we're not the best about giving this podcast on connecting with people of different beliefs. Maybe we should have gotten someone with a little more experience on this.
I mean, I believe you should speak your mind.
All right, what other viral videos we got? We got a couple more.
I'm the product of a Taiwanese mother and a Japanese father. Yeah. And that is why I look Korean.
I've seen these.
Portraying a character who was originally animated can be daunting. It comes with...
Yeah, she's got some good jokes. I've seen before.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with her. I love, I don't know. I find that like self-deprecating humor is very enjoyable, especially when you could just call out obvious things. I mean, I think I've been to a show where like self-deprecating humor like goes from like being funny to like starting to be sad, and you're like, oh, it's not open up too much.
I mean, have you ever watched Have you ever watched Afterlife? Ricky Gervais? No?
Mm-mm.
You need to watch that, man. Season 1, 2, and 3 now on Netflix. Plug in for Netflix here.
How do you watch? Do you still watch TV?
Like TV, normal TV, only sports.
No, like just shows, Netflix, things on TV.
Yeah, of course I do. Well, you don't.
No, like how do you have time for that?
Bro, I have to find time. Like there's like, hey, we're watching something together. Otherwise, the relationship, I don't know. Yeah. You have to find time, man.
Yeah. Is that, how do you all come to agreement on watching shows? Who do you alternate?
We kind of have very similar tastes on that sort of stuff. So we watch a trailer and then we discuss it and then we watch. Yes or no.
Yeah.
And sometimes if it's a no and I want to watch it, the only way to watch it is when I go to bed and I sleep in a different room. Which has been the case when I had surgery. But I'm going back to our bedroom tonight.
Ah, upgrade.
For the first time since I had surgery. So yeah.
We used to watch Game of Thrones together. Like that was a series we're really into. But once the kids had a hard time going to bed, like it seems like the kids would be up until like 9 o'clock and then I have to wake up early to go row. It just felt like there's literally no time to watch. And we didn't want to have the TV on, like keeping them awake. So
yeah, apart you have paper thin walls in America. That's the only difference. You have good space, but you have paper thin walls compared to us here. But yeah, like at the moment we've been sleeping in different rooms, but we always like have like before River, and obviously River's not in the same stage as your kid, apart from a few nights. Like for example, I'm tired. Last night it was a nightmare, and the dogs, not just the kid, the dogs, man. They
really,
it's like keep wagging the tail. Sky, the bigger one, she just wags the tail, knocks her tail everywhere. It's just like loud noise, like a drummer almost. And yeah, it wakes you up. You have to take her out. And last night she was out quite a lot. Actually, they've been like this for a while. I don't know what's going on. I think there's foxes in our garden and stuff. And I think they just want to go to the toilet.
Okay. Shall we do one more?
Yeah. Anyway, I was just waffling in here.
We're just talking about your dogs going to the bathroom. Way off topic.
That's how tired I am.
All right. Yeah, this is one I shared, so I know what it is.
I don't know.
Let's look at how torso and leg length affects your squat mechanics. If you have a short torso and long femurs, you'll have to bend forwards
I
more
only
to keep
shared
the
it 'cause
center of
those
mass
two
straight
guys
in
are-
midfoot. If you try to go more upright, you'll topple over backwards. But if you have a long torso and short femurs, you'll easily be able to fall up into a squat while staying very upright. People of the same height can have very different proportions, which is why you should try to find your own ideal squat stance and technique instead of trying to copy some random fitfluencer you find on social media. Let's look at how torso and leg length affects your squat mechanics. If you have a short torso and long...
I just found it amusing, the height difference between the two. And obviously the appearance difference. That wasn't a good video. I don't know why I shared that.
No, but it's very.
I mean, from an advice standpoint, it's good advice, but
yeah,
from a relevant for our topic.
No, but I have a long torso, so I enjoy that. I have a very long torso compared to my legs. That's why sometimes some style of clothes don't really go. And same as Jenna, which is weird. Our kid is got such a long torso and chunky legs like I do. I've got chunky legs and a really long torso, which is
I blame all my lack of athletic abilities on my body mechanics and proportions, even though they are generally normal ratios.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. What are you complaining about, bro? Boy, you should have just played basketball.
Well, I mean, I'm just not naturally athletic. I think it's hard for me. I mean, I'm athletic and I play a lot of sports and stuff like that, but
your hands was just born to type on keyboards.
My hand, these hands are made for keyboards. That's for sure. Although I do think I was built for rowing. I got the Dupuytren's syndrome right there. It's getting real bad. I've got to get that enzyme. You see the nodule in there?
I know them.
But that's from all the Scandinavian rowers. They get them. So you got the
don't
weird
have-
thumb. I got the weird
You don't
hand.
have this one because I can't do thumbs up with these things. Oh, that's so crazy. Anyway.
Yeah.
Do
you got a quiz? Should we do one more viral video or quiz? I don't know if the. All right. Last one.
Let's say this. The white guy you changed
I
his
told you Mom stopped by for dinner.
I cannot stand when y'all two hang out.
What are you talking about? I love Jamal.
But you completely change when he's around.
That's ridiculous. You're just getting a little jealous how close me and Jamal are getting. Come on. See what I'm doing?
How you doing, man?
See, trying to get like you.
You got the money. Look at you. Frank, you got the J's on. I see.
Hey, man, you trying to get blunted? I got 5 on it. Come on, man. Shit.
Go on, man. I'll let you bit up.
All right, take it easy, playboy. That Jamal. I love that guy.
I want a divorce.
Have you got any friends of like significantly different cultures?
Oh yeah, loads. You?
Will you like start to style up like them when you hang out with them?
No. 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 Just no. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I think of myself someone that has a pretty good fashion sense. So, do not follow other people. Like,
no. I don't know, man. Whenever I hang out with you, I just start spraying cologne left and right. I'm like, I hang out with Carlos. I gotta smell like a European male model.
Jenna sent me a video the other day about Jenna's my wife, for the ones that don't know, about how many chemicals are in cologne. And I was like, what the hell is this? It's like it damages your thyroid. And I'm like, oh man, I don't even want to finish watching this video, man, because this is gonna be the hotter bullshit that I ever seen in my life. So I was like, nah, I'm not watching this video, but it's crazy.
So yeah, I mean, our stuff is phthalate free, which can be an endocrine disruptor.
Yeah, I know that, but I mean, if all of that was true, just a little bit that I watched, it would I don't know, Europe would be dead by now.
yeah. Europe and the Middle East.
There wouldn't be anyone here. The cologne killed them.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
I've been wearing this today.
You're a
Smells
lucky
good.
guy.
It's not really overpowering. Like I don't feel like it's all around and big and bold and smelling up the whole room I'm in. But you kind of gotta keep it close to your body. I feel like the fragrances. You got a question for me? You got a quiz for me?
I do. I hope this.
Oh wait, hold on. Before we get into the quiz, what does kimosabi mean?
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Oh.
Hey, kimosabi. Tonto and kimosabi.
Talking about?
Are you kidding me?
No, I have no idea what are you talking about? It looks Japanese.
Lone Ranger. Lone Ranger. Kimosabi. Tonto.
No, I've no. You keep on saying these words. I don't know what you mean.
Well, Google it. American history. Movies. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? You like 1 or 2 years younger than me? By the way,
fictional Native American sidekick Tonto.
Okay, there you go. By the way, one of my
Lone Ranger.
One of my favorite songs by The Lemon. It's called Kimosabi. It's slightly different, the meaning. But yeah. Here's the lyrics for you. I don't know if I can actually put those on camera.
Can't
Can you
afford
guys-
my gasoline. No way, Kimosabi. It's gold, son. I don't expect for you to understand. Oh, no way, Kimosabi.
That's
You're
the
going
favorite
to
part.
F with my vibe. This is my house now. Oh, no way, Kimosabi. You're going to F with my high. No way, Kimosabi. Oh, no way, Kimosabi. You're going to F with my ride. This is my house now. No,
All right, you
no
got
way,
it.
Kimosabi.
I love this song, man. It's just so
Okay,
fun. You gotta listen to it.
I'm looking at the Lone Ranger. I mean, I've heard of the Lone Ranger before, but I've never seen a single
Yeah, okay.
episode. This is from like the
yeah.
30s, dude. How old do you think I am?
Yeah, bro, but I used to watch it with my uncle. He was
Really?
so crazy. Yeah, he was. But didn't John Depp John Depp
Johnny.
do a I think he did a movie on it. He did. I'm pretty sure he did. I think I watched it. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm not pretty sure. I think he did. Man, I need a secretary for this sort of stuff.
There it is.
Did you
Johnny
find
Depp.
it?
You watching the screen, Carlos?
No. Hold on. Oh yeah, that's the one.
Not even in our live stream.
Well, I was searching for something, mate.
All right, what's the quiz then?
All right. Oh yeah.
So now that I know what Kimosabe kind of means.
It doesn't matter because it's got nothing to do with it.
And also shout out to Butthole Weeb for the $2 shout out. We still love you too.
Hold on. Repeat that again.
What, Butthole
Shout out.
Weeb?
Okay. Wow. That's good.
That's his, I mean, that's his username.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know what a weeb is. Do you know what a weeb is?
I know what butthole is.
I know what a butthole is. I don't know what a butthole weeb is. That like a dingleberry? I'm not up to date on all the terms and stuff.
I have no idea either, but that was a good guess. That was funny. That was a funny guess.
maybe he'll tell us. Hopefully he tells us what a weeb is.
I hope he didn't call himself a
Okay.
butthole.
Oh, someone interested in anime, in Japanese culture.
Thank God for that.
Well, I was way off. I've been to Japan. I love Japan. I've been to Japan 3 times.
Yeah, I don't think someone would call themselves a dingleberry.
Why? I mean, he called himself a butthole.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hold on. I'll take it back. Right, my question.
Yeah. Let's go.
Quiz thing. Right, what are some of the most uniquely American beliefs?
Uniquely American beliefs.
Yeah, like you guys just believe.
I mean, free speech.
You can give me. Okay, I'll give you a bit more.
Meritocracy, individualism.
Uniquely American beliefs often stem from the country's historical experience, like cultural evolution and foundational principles. Here are some of the beliefs that you need to tell me.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you things that I think are uniquely American, having traveled the world.
Okay, number one, which one do you think should be the number one of all?
Our individualism is incredibly unique, in my opinion.
In your opinion, but general opinion, which is the number one, do you think it is? Or
Yeah,
which
individualism. Individualism is by and far something that no other culture has, like America has.
Okay. Carry on.
Okay. Exceptionalism, I think, is pretty unique, but not entirely unique.
Okay.
You know, the idea that you can, you know, start with nothing and end up very successful. So, you know, there's no existing kind of like class structure in America, which could kind of be just the most obsessive, you know, example of meritocracy, I think. And then I think unique in America is just this tolerance of people being different. I think is very unique. I think America, the melting pot, as we call it, or the salad bowl, is
the melting pot. I was going to get into that.
Is very an American thing. And then you know, just this idea of like greatness and like wanting to export our culture to the world.
Okay. Enough.
I could talk about America. I've got like a 12-foot American flag in my garage. I could talk about.
Well, I tell you what. Like my first question was about the melting pot for you, but then I thought that's too easy, man. I bet he knows that, so I just didn't ask you about that. But okay, so number one on my list is the American dream.
Yeah, that's what I talked about. Like you can come in, work hard, and it doesn't matter what class you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have. In America, if you have the drive, you will make it. And Americans love that. They will support you. They don't care what your background is. They don't care if you're rich or poor. They don't care if you're black or white. If you have a drive and if you have a vision, it will attract like-minded people and you will find success in America.
Okay.
So the American dream. Yeah. I love the American. I'm getting chills just talking about America.
Yeah. I love the American dream too. I don't live in America, but I love the American dream. Number two, it's you mentioned too, individualism. Yeah. Strong emphasis on individual self-reliance, blah blah blah. At number three, I have liberty and freedom.
That's a lot less so than it used to be, in my opinion.
I was about to say, I don't think these things are updated.
I mean, I think that the culture for liberty and freedom goes along with individualism, and I think there's been, you know, I think the culture for it still exists, even if some of it has been lost. But I do feel like America is losing it a little bit over time.
Yeah, look, things change. Well, things have changed without getting too much into it. So let's see what happens. But number four, I've got equality and democracy, which I also think has changed a little bit in America. And then I'm surprised that this one is not higher. And entrepreneurship and innovation, because this is such a big thing in America. Everyone in America that I know wants to be an entrepreneur or is an entrepreneur. It's just an American thing, which comes to the American dream, the top one. It's just such a drive to be that. So I'm surprised he's at number 5 on that list for that reason alone.
I mean, I would agree. I would agree with that list. I feel like those are pretty representative of America, and I do think like the culture of like risk taking, you know, that entrepreneurship, it does align. I mean, essentially aligns with the American dream. Like those are kind of two things put together, and then but there's just so much support like for it, and there's also. I've been to some cultures where if you start a business and you fail, like you're shunned and you're kind of like seen as someone who, you know, stole money from the bank because you didn't pay back your loans, or, you know, you screwed your friends and family because they invested in you. Whereas in America, if you try something and you fail, you'll be celebrated. Like it'll be like, hell yeah, man, you tried, you gave it your all. And then it was like really like America loves a comeback story. So it's like you tried, you failed. Let's get back up and let's do it again. You know, like it's just, yeah, American culture. And I didn't really realize how remarkable American culture is until I started to get to know other cultures better. And I started to realize how rare it is, because I remember doing a trip to Britain to meet with it was to meet with our comb supplier, and we were working with them, and we had placed an order for some combs, and they were just constantly delayed, and it was just, you know, like we couldn't keep it in stock. We were trying to sell it. We wanted to sell more, and it wasn't. So like I flew out to Britain. Lindsay and I, we went to the plant of the company. Like we tried to get a factory tour. They weren't trying to give it to us. So we just went there and we knocked on the door and we're like, hey, give us a tour of your plant. We want to see what's going on. And it was Friday at like 3:00 or something like that. And they were shutting down the plant for the weekend. And like this completely like broke my American mind. Like, I'm like, you have orders, you have a manufacturing facility. Why are you not like setting up a third shift? Like, why are they not working on the weekends? Like, why are you not trying to get more products out the door? And it's just like you just went out for beers at 3:00. Like the American mind, I could not comprehend that. And I think it's like how you have to perform in America to be successful is incredibly hard, because if you're not grinding at your hardest, then someone else is going to do that and they'll put you out of business. So like you have to constantly be innovating, you know, doing remarkable things, serving your customers. So I don't know. That was a little bit, that was where I first saw that culture shock of like, in America, we want to take that. Like we'd be trying to figure out how to.
I don't think everyone is like that here, to be honest. I think it's very common. There's that culture thing around here, but I think there's also that what you call American culture. Thinking outside the box, which is like, why don't you create different shifts for different people? There's that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not to say like
no, but
it doesn't exist. Obviously, America came, you know, has our roots in Britain. So there's a lot of overlap in that culture.
No, but it's like it still lacks that sort of stuff. Like we've done this in Portugal for a very long time, like different shifts, a very long time. And it's such a small country with shit economy and all that. But we have I worked shifts in Portugal a long time in different industries from a young age. And he actually, when I came here, it was really weird. And in Germany as well, was really weird. They didn't do that. It was like, you get to, it's a cutoff. That's it.
Yeah.
We stopped working. Like,
it's so weird.
Well, no one is taking over, so we can keep producing. It's like, they was just like, no, that's it, done for the day. The second time I went to Germany, actually, they had adopted an extra time. So they were doing overtime to people. If you wanted to do extra hours, you could do over the weekend, but you could only do them from a certain time. I can't remember the whole logistics there was, but it was like, I think it was either the morning from like 9 to 12, or it had to be a time that you can't disturb people or something like that. I can't remember the exact time. Was such a weird thing. That was so weird for me. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, I want to work. I want to make money. Why can't I just fucking do this? And I'm sorry for the FN that I just ran through, but it was like, it was so weird for me, because in Portugal, I was like, I wanted to do a shift. Dang, you know? And you're in a country, the economy was so great, and they just didn't promote any of that. Or if they did, was you had a strict time to do it. It's like a little window. Yeah. Anyway,
All right, your quiz.
what do you mean? I just gave you my quiz. It's you.
No, your quiz. It's not my time for me to quiz you. Your quiz. Mine's a pretty simple one. I did a grok. I'm trying to decide if I give you a multiple choice answer. I think that's what I'll do. I'll give you a multiple choice. How many ethnicities are there in the world? Okay. What are you doing hitting the mic?
Sorry, man.
All right, hold on. Yeah, how many ethnicities? 0 to 2,500. 2,500 to 5,000. 5,000 to 7,500. 7,500 to 10,000. Or 10,000 to 12,500.
Wow, that's a lot of information. I didn't memorize all those, but
I mean, it's just up to 12, from 0 to up to 1250, and then whatever your category is, it's by 250s. And there's 5 choices.
Okay. Ethnicities. God, why did you give me such a hard question this time?
It's a number. All you have to do is guess one number. It's not a hard question.
It is a hard question because it's like I'm like trying to rattle my brain thinking of all the different types of people that are in the world. There's so many.
I know. That's why the range goes up to 12,500.
Yeah, but it's hard to guess because even though there are so many, I think, I don't know how this list was built because I would probably narrow it down in my little brain. What's the middle one?
Well, it'd be what? 500 to 7,500?
What's the next one?
7,500 to 10,000?
I'll go for that one, the third one.
The third one?
Yeah,
Or
70
the third one.
to 10,000.
Okay. What Grok tells me is about 9,800 ethnicities when you consider groups across country borders. So, like if you have a Jewish person in multiple countries or whatever.
So I guess they're right.
Yeah, they say if you consider it within countries, it's probably like 16,000.
What? Really?
That's what it said. I mean, there's a lot of different types of people, I guess, if you think about it.
There is. I know there is. God.
So, like, you start to think about like,
but we all
so many different ways to see the world.
That's what, in my opinion, makes the world great. It's just like the world is a little bit messed up right now, but
it's always messed up. There's always problems.
I think they're always being messed up. But what makes it great is you can go to a place and experience something really different from what you're normal. And that's amazing to me. It's like I don't even know how to explain it. I miss traveling right now. Like I've been saying to my wife, God, man, why? We used to travel so much. But yeah, I love it. I just wish, I don't know. I love the fact that you just go and meet different people and you're like, you know what, you're different, but you're not that different in a way. Your culture is different, but you're just a person.
That's the thing. Like the more the more I travel, it's almost the more boring it gets in a way, because you just start to realize, hey, like, even though we do have differences, like different architectural style or different apparel style, we're really at the root pretty dang similar. Like, we want to help each other out. We want to be friendly. We want to develop friendships, and we like to have fun. And maybe the fun is a little bit different. Maybe I like to play, football or lift weights, and you like to play ping pong and whatever. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, like, we're all human, I suppose.
Yeah, and we all have good people, bad people, scammers and scam and whatever. It's like everywhere. Everywhere you go, you experience a bit of everything that you experience in your own backyard. So, it just proves that we are all the fucking same.
So, I mean, I think that's kind of like, like getting into the topic of this conversation, finally. It's like, how do you connect with people of different beliefs? I don't have it. But the book of reminders, I've got a chapter on that, is just recognizing it's like there's thousands of different ways that we can look at each other as different. And then there's thousands of ways that we can look at each other as the same. And when you start to view everyone through a lens of, oh, they're different this way, they're different that way, then that's when you start to build walls and you in conflict between the two. But the more you can look at each other and be like, this person's the same, like they want to make the world a better place. I want to make the world a better place. They come at it from a different perspective than me, but the goal is the same. Then you start to be able to understand them and have empathy for them, and learn about, their perspective. It doesn't mean you're going to agree with them. I'm kind of I'm like you, and it's like I'm okay upsetting people by maintaining my beliefs if they're not at a point in their life where they can understand my perspective. But I think that is kind of like a first step.
Hey, I'm not happy about that, by the way. I'm okay with it. It's like, man, I did nothing wrong. It's up to you to decide to do whatever you do with that information. Like, that's the thing. Like, I think we just have a different opinion on comedy. That was it. Yeah, and a different. Yeah, I don't even know how to explain this, but it was such an awkward thing because. Man, we joked about similar stuff in the past, and then to have that and just boom, and I'm like, what changed in you? And I've seen what has changed in social media. I think this person just got led by social media stuff.
Did you lose a friend?
Yes.
Was it recent or?
About 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
That was that was some of the most divisive time I've ever been through personally, during the whole lockdowns and the mask and the vaccines. And it just seems like everything was pumped into our veins to be divisive. And, either, I don't want to go into detail of the nuance of it, but I can understand why people got so worked up about it, and
yeah, I agree. COVID, like
myself included,
made people weird. Made us all weird. Like socializing has not been the same since. It's been really like my experience of all of this has been really weird. And you can see with people that you socialize before everyone has changed. Like even going to a supermarket still not the same as it used to be before COVID.
Could you imagine how hard it would be if you didn't work at Beardbrand?
Well, having to go to an office and all that.
Well, I mean, just like, Beardbrand is like very much like our core values, freedom.
Yeah.
hunger and trust, like understanding differences and being okay with it, rather than working at a company that strongly push
It's
their
weird.
views onto you.
It's weird you say that. Don't get big headed though.
I'm big headed. Look at this. Look how big my head is.
I was talking to Jen. I was saying, shit, man, I don't think I could work anywhere else. All like for the past 10 years, all I know is Beardbrand, and the way we do things compared to the way your boss does things, and my friend's boss, and my friend is the boss does things, is so different. I don't know if I could adapt to that sort of stuff anymore. The micromanaging, I don't know, the rigorous bullshit. I don't get like anymore. I'd like we have such a Beardbrand, we have such a different culture of working, and I love it because we all just get shit done.
Yeah,
and
they're
it's
like
just, they go on.
well, I don't like. To be fair to the team, like I don't know if I've ever seen like a political post of any kind, like in our Slack channel. I feel like our team really does a good job of respecting others and their choices, and almost to the point where they just don't ask. It doesn't matter. Like we don't even need to have that conversation. So like, again, I'm biased towards what we have built because we've kind of built it, but I do feel like from the places I've worked at in the past, it didn't feel the same way. And I can imagine like, you know, if you're in an environment where your work doesn't align with your beliefs and you're kind of forced to pretend to be one way or the other, how challenging that could be. So it's, and we do have, I mean, like, I do have my beliefs, and, you know, if people follow me on Twitter, they're going to see them, but I try not to push them. I try not to push them too hard, outside of, you know, our core values and stuff like that. But
yeah, but I mean, I like your Twitter posting. I sometimes don't agree with some of them, but I'm like, it's good to have that out there. Same with your friend Joe Runyon.
yeah,
he really goes for.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta say things that are uncomfortable.
I think so. I think so too. And to the point of how I lost my friend is exactly. I just said, well, it's the reality, and I'm not the only one who lost a friend. I wasn't the only one thinking the same. You know, there was various people, and it's just he got kicked out of the WhatsApp group, and we don't speak anymore.
Oh, he got kicked out.
Well, he kicked himself out. Sorry,
Okay.
he didn't got kicked out. He removed himself from the WhatsApp group, and we don't talk. Like there's a few of us we don't talk anymore. Just different beliefs, just different opinions, and to the point of Charlie. Yeah, mainstream media, right? Like the manipulation. It's true, and that's exactly what happened to my friend. He just got swallowed by this thing, and he just believed in different things that most of us did. The reality, in my opinion, and yeah, we do get manipulated. I think most people know that. However, there's still a very large amount of people that don't understand that, the manipulation of mainstream social media.
I can feel it happening to me. Like I can feel it consuming me from time to time. You know, like I talked about earlier, like my wife Ann and I don't see the world exactly the same, and we have a political fight, you know, every election season, I would say. Like generally in non-election seasons, we'll avoid. We've kind of learned that just to avoid conversation is how we've resolved it. But we certainly had our battles these past couple of days. And it's not pleasant, it's like I would imagine she kind of deals with it in a different way than I deal with it. So it's hard. And I think like because of like what Charlie said, like the division that gets created in media, if you support this candidate, this is what you believe in. And if you support this candidate, this is what you believe in. And then you start believing that, like, like, oh man, my wife believes this, then she must believe that, and that's not true. Like my wife wants best for the world and my wife wants what's best for our family. And, there's just different things just different dynamics at play.
I'm in the same boat. Like we have different beliefs, not just on politics. Well, I am going to be very, I might get canceled here, but my things of politics is I don't care. I really don't care. Anywhere in the world, whatever country I'm in, I do not care who's in power. I maintain this belief through all my life, and my reasoning behind it is wherever other people decide to put in, as you guys in America call the office, is what it is. I just have to live with it. And my belief is some are better than others, but they all just as bad. That's my belief. And I don't mean to offend, or I agree. Like, it's not that I agree or don't agree. It's like whatever you decide to do in your life is fine by me. That's all it is. I really, it doesn't matter to me. I live with it. If you vote for this or for that, it's okay by me. Same with other beliefs in life.
I think there's something special about focusing on what you have control over and what you can affect in your life, and then trying to not let things outside of your control overwhelm you or consume you. And I think like, I see that in your belief structures. Like at the end of the day, you could vote or not vote, but it's probably not going to make much of a difference. And just focus on the things that you can control. If there is something about, your city or your town or country or whatever that isn't, good for the Costa family, then you guys make adjustments to that. And I would agree that is one way to help kind of, like, if during this election season your candidate didn't win, or last season or whatever, like you're always going to have situations where your candidate doesn't win. Like you can feel anxiety and stress, and those are real feelings. But step back and think about how you can control your environment and the things that you can affect to bring the things to your world that you want to see. If there's something that isn't happening, then how do I, bring things to my world and make that possible? I think is a good reminder. We got AILL asking if we'll come back to Europe. That's the goal, to get back into Europe. Got to figure out some regulations.
Already here.
Shipping and all
already here.
It's just in Carlos's house. You got to figure out where Carlos lives and then knock on his door.
Yeah.
We got
auction
tragic treasures. Yeah.
Auction going live soon.
We got tragic treasures who asked about 20 minutes ago. How are you, my bearded friends? I'll answer you. Doing well. Hopefully you're still in the stream. I don't even know if you're still in the stream or not.
Yeah, I am very well, man.
We got any other Q&A? I mean, we went a little long on this one.
Oh, sorry. I just knocked this again. I had little sleep last night because of my boy is just teething and he's just growing.
I'm repping my body weight bench press. Technically, I'm.
Please do not talk about the gym.
I'm 2 pounds off of my body weight, but I was able to get 5 reps, 195, new PR for me. Pretty stoked for that.
Dude, man.
Do you miss the gym?
I do, yeah. I do miss the gym. Like I can't believe I'm saying that, but I do miss the gym, and I can't believe I can't lift weights. When I went to the physio,
You can do some squats. You do some.
he said you can go and do legs and cardio now, but you cannot like actually lift weights with your hand. Obviously, there's no point of doing one arm, one side. It's like, no, you're gonna mess your hand up. So I was like, oh man, but do I go to the gym to do legs and cardio? I don't know, man. Also, I don't have a car at the moment. My car is in a mechanic, so my wife's car is busy all the time because she's got all these mummy groups. I want to do an episode of this, actually. I feel invisible.
On mom groups?
Well, on dad, but yes, how that impacts, because I feel invisible a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, deviating, but that's probably another topic to add at some point, because, yeah.
No. We're just wrapping it up. If we got no Q's, there's going to be no A's.
Well, to be honest, I need a wee. So
you need a wee or a weeb?
Well, just a wee. I'll leave the butthole weeb for you.
All right, guys. Been another good live stream. Always good catching up with you, Carlos. Hope all is well on the other side of the internet, other side of the pond.
You know what?
Cheers.
Though we went over, I enjoyed this. I don't know, it just went really quickly.
Yeah,
Hasta la
it was a
vista,
good
my
chat.
friends. Ciao
Keep
for
on
now.
growing.